Hi, this is Jack here. So these are just going to be some more tips on how to pass pre-testosterone. So, you may have noticed in the feminine-female world that women tend to lean with their hips on the side when they are like in line or waiting or thinking or in a queue or just anywhere that they just kind of tend to stand like, one hip out like, Okay, so you want to avoid doing that and just stop doing that altogether. And when you are standing, just stand straight with your feet like shoulder width apart and just stand there, and with your hands again, either fold them, put them in your pockets, just put them to your side, play with your phone, just do something. Just don't lean to your side on your hips or you will poke out your hips and have a female booty coming out. Alright, cool, so avoid that. Now, you want to make button-up shirts your friend. Now, I'm probably not a good example right now because I'm not wearing a button-up shirt, but button-up shirts are definitely going to be your friend because they tend to cling less than cotton like this one, or unless you do find cotton, make sure it's flattering and it's like lower colors and the busy pattern doesn't actually create, or enhance the features here that we want to actually kind of conceal if you're not binding it, or if you do bind. And yeah, so you want to kind of go for that seamless optical illusion look that there is nothing under here. Okay, so button-up shirts would definitely help you out with that as well. Definitely colors that are black and matte, they actually swallow up shadows and give you less of that shadowy effect when light hits there, that there's actually something underneath your shirt as well. So that can also boost your confidence as well and also help you portray that you have a flat chest out there in public before you have top surgery. Or if you don't even want to have top surgery either, that's totally up to you, but you do want to just have, a flat chest looking, go for button-up shirts and dark colored shirts as well. That will definitely help with the shadows and give you that look that that there is nothing there at all. So, as I was saying, with those button-up shirts, the busy patterns can either help you or hinder you as well. So with the button-up shirt, be careful of lines as well, because if you're wearing straight down lines, it can go whoop, like that as well. So just be aware of what patterns you're actually wearing and where they actually most feature as well, and they can either hide what's under there or not hide what's under there. So it's really, like I said, trial and error, and not everyone's body shape will fit something. Everyone's different, everyone's unique, and that's the beauty of being a human. So you've just really got to really try with your outfit and your wardrobe on wanting to conceal what's under your shirts as well. Now, with your jeans, unfortunately, sadly, we're going to have to get rid of our skinny jeans for a little while. Unless you do want to enhance your womanly features, which I don't think we really want to do, then I suggest you just stop wearing them for a while until you actually start passing as a male as well, and go for straight cut jeans. Now, we all kind of hate this, but how males tend to wear their pants, lower onto their hips so we can see their underwear. This tip will actually help people that are FTM to actually avoid enhancing their hips as well. So if we wear our pants a little bit lower on the waist than we already are wearing them, then they'll actually try and give that illusion that, we're not going to enhance our hips any further than they already are there. So that kind of helps as well. So go with darker colors, chinos, they're really great as well. Make sure you match your pants with shoes that are not women's shoes as well. So make sure you're wearing men's shoes, and if you have smaller feet, you can put stuff at the end of the toes. If you have tiny feet, like tissue paper or tissues or something like that, put something at the end of your toes. If you don't, then that's great. Just make sure you invest in some guy shoes as well. So you want to have a complete wardrobe of being completely male. No female stuff that you think may be able to pass, because their cuts are generally cut for female bodies, not for male bodies. So go for men's clothing because they are cut the way we want to be shaped. Cool. Alright, so do not wear flannelette shirts, because you will end up looking like a butch lesbian. And I've got no disrespect for butch lesbians out there, but we actually want to not portray ourselves as a butch lesbian. So if we can just put your flannies away and bring them back out again, later on, further down in your transition, that's fine with me. But until you actually start, going on testosterone and actually start passing a bit more as a male, you will end up looking like a butch lesbian if you wear some flannelettes. So just avoid those for a while, okay? It might be a hard thing to do, but we want to distinguish ourselves away from the lesbian community, because that's obviously not what we want to portray. We want to portray as men, so let's dress as men and not as butch lesbians. Cool, as well. So with the shirt department, we'll go back to that. Now, obviously, if you're going into the men's section, clearly they have a lot broader shoulders than what we do, and button-up shirts may actually be a little bit bigger, even in a size small. So don't be afraid to go to the boys section. Don't be afraid to do that. We have to kind of think of our bodies right now as like prepubescent male teenagers, okay? So think of your body like that. We just have to think of ourselves as we just hasn't fully developed yet, and that's okay. And we've got tiny shoulders, and at one stage, a good triangular man once had tiny shoulders, so we'll get there eventually. So make sure you just wear, whatever fits you right, nothing too big, because if you're wearing stuff that is too big, you'll actually look smaller. I know, that's I know, bizarre, right? But you will actually look smaller. But if you wear, a cut that is, fitted to your body as much as it perfectly can, then don't be afraid to go to the boys section if that's what's fitting you right now. So that's great. That's awesome. So that's a tip as well. So I hope that these have helped you out. These are just another couple of things that you can do to help yourself pass before you actually start the magical journey of going on testosterone, or even if you don't want to go on testosterone as well, and you just want to experiment kind of dressing like a dude. That's cool. Alright, so anyway, peace out.